We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Check 37, check 37. Back.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Check 26, check 26.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Murray off play action. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Bandit. Bandit. Hey, check right.
To throw is Murray. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now this time Murray to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Mike 42, Mike 42. Let's go.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Howell's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Let's get in there now. Check 13. Check 13. Coach.
Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right. He's telling right. 3 down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Watch the curls. My game. Blue Dan. 60 Maverick. Mike 8. Drop deep.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Hey, let's get this.
From the 36, Howell. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Mike 51. On the hole. Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, it's Murray. But going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Rabbit.
On 1st and 10, Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Here we go.
Now Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Oh, yeah. Oh, easy. Here we go again.
Murray now.
Check. Mike 42.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their lap.
And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The tackle by Kalen Barnes. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Howell looking to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Murray out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Hey, let's get in that hole. Mike 42, Mike 42. Let's go. Check the hot read.
To throw, it's Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
Taken from just outside the 30. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Mike 7. Cut 19.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Hal to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jermaine Johnson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long. Here's Howell. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Right there in the middle, 55. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing now is Murray. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
First down, Murray. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 8. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing here, Howell. Caught by Woods. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
In motion right is Watkins.
Mike 8.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 8. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands here of Hardman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Murray now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Let him know.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pollard again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
I'm coming after you.
Come on. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Murray. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Off play action. Murray. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hal down to throw it. Isaiah Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
You don't want it. My game. It's been a long day.
Howell out of his own end zone. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Howell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Come on, D. Mike 42. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Watch QB throw.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, his throw incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they can't connect. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 3 seconds left, so probably one final play here in the 2nd quarter, barring a penalty. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. He's tired of you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. The 40. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they drop.